Hello, welcome, welcome. Something's not working here. Give me 1 second. Hmm. It's not letting me bring up comments. See, the maybe might have put folks off. I don't know. A lot of people are streaming right now. People that my live viewers probably watch too. But yeah, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to stream or not. So, I don't know why it's not letting me bring up comments. Let me try to um, start it again. Hey, Rinky, what's up, dude? Just having some technical difficulties right now, but it's not a big deal. Hmm. Still not working. Um, Whatever, it doesn't matter. Maybe that'll do it. There we go. All right, sorry about that. Good to go. Uh, yeah. I just meant like pulling them up like this on the screen. I have to use like a third party thing that allows me to do that. It wasn't loading. A lot of stuff to talk about, but the problem is I've lost so much interest in politics. Like, I don't know, none of it really matters. I used to be really politically minded, um, even when I was really young, because I grew up in Washington D.C. and so it was all around me, and really stayed up to date with everything going on and had really strong opinions about things. Um, but I think one of the turning points was when I became Orthodox, and since then I just care less and less and less about all of it. And So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about, but I don't really want to talk about it. Um, except for what's up, Dig? How's it going, man? Um, except for when people are getting things wrong, uh, then I will want to talk about it. Um, so one of the things that's going on is Trump in Greenland. And hey, Greg, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Um, so like Venezuela, I'm noticing certain things. That's and it seems that most people are missing, like they were with Venezuela. Silver over 100 per Troy today. That's good. I saw that crypto is not doing so well right now, at least Bitcoin. Um, faith is all that matters to me in politics. I feel no matter what side you choose, you're contributing to the delinquency of America, and I would rather just not have a say in anything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Since I became Orthodox, I just care less and less, and God is what is important. And um, and I don't know why what you mean by just not have a say in anything, but I think we need a monarchy. I think this Enlightenment experiment was okay for a while, but it's not really working anymore. Hey, 209, Johnny, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Yeah. Yeah, there's really, when it really comes down to it, uh, for the things that really matter, there's not that much of a difference between them. Superficially, there is, and they'll say things to get their bases riled up. But when it comes down to it, it's about the same thing. I just want another crusade. Yeah, I don't really want to spread Catholicism throughout the world. That's I don't know. Getting rid of Muslims and Jews would be good though. Get rid of in a video game, I mean. They say if you don't vote, it's best to just not say anything. Yeah. Yeah, people kind of act like if you don't vote, you shouldn't have an opinion on anything, and that's retarded. I've voted, uh, in up in the last, last in 2024 or whatever. I voted, but I don't know. It seems like there's not really much point in it. Yeah, in Minecraft. Yeah. George Carlin saw it long ago. Yeah, I think he was right about some things, but he's also kind of like a hippie, boomer hippie guy. So I don't know. But he was pretty funny. I liked his it was one of his later ones from probably like 20 years ago or something. Where he's talking about the list of people that he wanted to drag out into the moonlight and beat with baseball bats. That was pretty funny. My list is very long for that. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Yeah, Greenland. This is one of the things. I'm not going to speak long about it. And but it's something that everyone's getting wrong again. And if you dig a little deeper, there are things to notice, just like with Venezuela. So I'll just play a short little clip here. Oops, that's the wrong thing. There we go.
With Greenland. We got to do something with Greenland. Where's my advanced team? Go to Greenland. They must have some satellite needs or something we could do there. But we're coloring the world blue. By the way, what are we doing with Greenland?
There you have it. That was from 2018. That should tell you everything you need to know about it. Once again, doing Israel's dirty work for them. Yeah, APAC. Yeah. Don't put too much weight in a comedian or Hollywood. Yeah, definitely not. Most of the comedians nowadays just aren't funny, too. Hey, Bree, good to see you. We've been serving Israel's interests since I was a kid, and I'm 55. Yeah, before that, way before that. So, yeah, that's pretty obvious that that's basically like Venezuela. We showed a lot of evidence for why I feel that way about Venezuela, that one stream. I don't think it's really necessary to show more about this. Um, let's see what else we got. Here's one more political thing. I don't know. I haven't really looked into this, so I don't know if this video is accurate. I meant to earlier, but I didn't really have time. But if it's true, it really wouldn't surprise me at all.
Hey everybody, Donald Trump's latest pardon is going to blow your mind. I'm Liz Oyer, the former pardon attorney for the Department of Justice. This is Joseph Schwartz. He owned a nursing home empire called Skyline with facilities in 11 states. Schwartz stole $38 million from the paychecks of his employees, money that was supposed to cover their health care and retirement benefits. Schwartz pleaded guilty to tax fraud, and in April of this
Hey, Carrie. Good to see you.
year, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison. But last week, Donald Trump granted him a full pardon after he served just 3 months of his sentence. This is a strange pardon even for Trump, because back in April, Trump's hand-picked U.S. attorney, Alina Habba, issued a press release publicly thanking all of the agents and investigators who helped put Schwartz in prison. So why did Schwartz get a pardon? Trump hasn't told us, but here's what we know. Earlier this year, Schwartz paid 2 lobbyists $960,000 to seek a pardon for him. We know that because the lobbyists filed this disclosure form, which is required by law. So who are these lobbyists? Their names are Jack Berkman and Jacob Wohl. They are far-right conspiracy theorists and convicted felons. They're known for elaborate scams, including several failed attempts to frame public figures for phony sexual assaults. During the 2020 presidential election, Berkman and Wohl ran a voter intimidation campaign targeting Black communities. They made tens of thousands of robocalls spreading disinformation intended to scare people out of voting. They were convicted of felony election fraud charges in Michigan and Ohio. They were also fined over $6 million by federal and state authorities. But now, things are looking up for these 2 con artists. Trump's pardon of Joseph Schwartz has put nearly $1 million into their pockets.
I believe so.
Is this a quid
yeah.
pro quo for their efforts to help Trump win the 2020 election? I don't know. But what I do know is that we now have convicted fraudsters lobbying for pardons on behalf of other convicted.
Yeah, so I don't really care about the political aspects of it. I just care that this guy's wearing a small hat. She seems very left wing there, so. This is kind of interesting. Do any of you guys use Waze, the map app? I used to use it years ago, because it tells you, like, it'll alert you if there's a cop up ahead with like radar and stuff like that. Or it used to. I don't know if it still does that, but apparently, one second. Apparently it was it used to be called Free Map Israel. And it still operates out of Israel. And this says how Waze quietly built the world's largest crowdsourced surveillance system. Waze is one of those apps that feels like magic. You're stuck in traffic, someone ahead reports a jam, and suddenly your route updates. Police speed trap ahead, a fellow driver already flagged it. So yeah, that's what I was talking about with the speed traps. Most of these apps and your phone itself are probably doing surveillance on you, but not all of it is for Israel like this. What is this? I guess he's just deleting his account. Okay. great video. Yeah, so if you use Waze, you might want to, I don't know, switch it up. This is pretty funny. It's a little quick video about what it means to be Somalian.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American, but it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. You know, people don't really see, like, you know, it's you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean.
Yeah, it's not just bananas and rice, but it's bananas and rice. That's pretty crazy. Not even plantains, bananas. No, thank you. I'm getting flashbacks of Kamala Harris word salads. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Kamala Harris is inbred like that woman is, though. She's just retarded. There's no reason to be proud to be from that shithole. I was in Somalia and I will never shed a tear for any of them. Wow. Brutal. Were you there for military deployment? I can't think of any other reason why anybody would choose to go there. Yes, sir. 94.
The Jew, bro. As soon as he saw that coin, look, watch it, I'm gonna throw the coin on the floor, and he's gonna turn around.
Heard that coin clink and immediately turned around. Yo, Moldy. Good to see you, man. All right. What do we have here? What's up, League? Good to see you. So we got Godzilla versus Israel.
for racism.
So speaking of Japan and Israel, let's take a look at this.
Person in Japan who is teaching Muslim people how to sue the Japanese government for racism.
Oh shit!
And
It's a Jew.
I'm just gonna say,
Every single time, man.
let me see if I can pull her up. No, I'm dead ass. Really? I'm dead ass. Yeah.
That's what they do, man.
Yep. And she is leading the charge, like trying to politically subverse the Japanese to allow this to happen.
They're gonna kick her out too. And then it's gonna be 111.
So of course, every time I want to do a stream where I just don't talk about any of this stuff at all, but it's like every day there's just more and more. And my Twitter feed is just full of it too, so that doesn't help when I'm looking for stuff to watch on stream. I don't even follow anybody, and it's just like I mean I follow a few people, but they don't really post about it. Most of it's just there. Let's do a stream and everyone smoke Black Irish X. What? Why would you want to do that? You don't like it either, Chillax? I think it's disgusting. It's like smoking olive oil. Ugh. Why would you want to do that? Your feed is dialed in on what you want to hear and see. I don't know. I don't think so. Like it's a newer Twitter account, and it's I didn't really like. I followed a few like Orthodox accounts that mostly just post Orthodox stuff. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And just a reminder, if you feel inclined, you can tip me. No one should feel obligated to, though. The link's pinned up at the top.
Hey, hello, slot, you see, stop, link, stop, size, step, you can use it, start, send, step, hand, funny, forget, will, red, step, Messiah, you, Steve, birthday, school, if we rest, step, while his skin, step, so, yeah, conscious, and he feel hand
making choices.
Thank you for waiting.
And we're back. I really just needed to take a leak, so put that on. I need to work on those a little bit. It's kind of cringe. Let's see, what other slop do we have to watch? It's a pretty good comparison here. So one of the reasons I'm accepting tips is because I do freelance work, graphic design type stuff, and 3D artwork, mostly based on commissions. Some of the gigs are for like longer term contracts, not just like one-off things. But a lot of people now are just using AI instead of hiring somebody. And I think people who are really artists are probably safer when it comes to that. But I don't really consider what I do art. I mean, it's like it's visual and it's sort of art, but it's the people who are mostly my clients are the type of people that aren't buying it for the artistic qualities of it. They're buying it because they need to for their business. Hey, Kat, good to see you. So this is it's comparing AI from 2023 to now, and it's crazy how fast it's progressed.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Uncle Phil, come try this. Fresh pasta of Bel Air. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
In a year or two, we're not going to be able to even distinguish if it's AI or not. I don't really watch TV, but occasionally I'll put it on if I'm bored. But last time I watched TV, I noticed like almost half of the commercials that played were 100% AI generated. So even if I used to work in video production, and a lot of what we did was commercials and oh. It's not supposed to play that video, but thank you. Whoever did that, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. What was I saying? I used to do video production, and a lot of what we did was commercials, and I worked on like a web series. It was like one of the early web series. It was like a TV show, but it was on the internet, and like a cooking show and stuff. But all of those commercial contracts, they'd be taken over by AI too. So I can't even really fall back on my previous job now. And I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just trying to explain that a lot of people that even might not think their job could be taken over by AI, it might be. At the rate that it's progressing, especially. But I still do get some gigs here and there. It's not a total loss, but it's definitely took a big hit. This is this is interesting. I'm not sure if I said what's up, but what's up, Alex? That's true. It was way more entertaining when it was really janky looking. Now it's just kind of creepy. It has that what do you call it? I forgot the term for it. It's like when dolls look too human-like. I know the name. I'm just drawing a blank right now. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if this is true. It's TikTok after all, but it is kind of funny, whether it's true or not. Well, I know part of it's definitely not true, but
you know what I've been telling y'all forever about them, okay? They try to explain it away all they want, but no, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Sent lizard DNA to 23andMe, all right? This is what somebody did with their pet lizard, and it came back 51% Ashkenazi Jew. All right. Y'all gonna understand that fallen angels run this world. Satan was a reptilian in the garden, okay? Jesus referred to them as vipers, snakes, all right? All through the Bible. Even try to explain it away with evolution, all right? And we know that's bogus. Yes, humans share DNA with reptiles because all vertebrates evolved from common ancestors, leaving genetic legacies like homobox genes, body development, and embryonic structures like certain hand muscles. You can't make this stuff up. I asked the question, does Ashkenazi DNA show up in lizard DNA? And yes, Ashkenazi Jewish ancestry shows up in DNA tests as distinct genetic patterns reflecting a shared history. And it goes back to ancient Mesopotamia, all right? Lizard statues known Ubaid lizard figurines are enigmatic clay figures from the Ubaid period 5000 to 4000 BCE. They tell you in the movies and everything else, you see how their arms are crossed right
See it,
here?
Johnny.
All right, and they got babies. I know y'all have seen like actors and musicians with their arms crossed in front of them like this, all right, the Illuminati. When y'all get it through your head that that's not really over there, that little stretch of desert, all right, that's fallen angel land, and they're who's running the world. All the wars, all the diseases, all the pesticides, all of the poisoned food, all of that stuff in the sky, everything that you see, one big lie.
He's definitely right about the war part. Yeah, so the lizard people do exist, and they're Jews. Jim Bob had a really good, made by Jim Bob, had a really good debate last night against a biologist about evolution. It's definitely worth checking out if you're interested in that kind of thing. I think he comes at it from a good angle. He doesn't necessarily come at it from like a Christian creationist perspective. He simply questions their claims and methods, and once you look at it, you realize that most of it's arbitrary, and they don't really have a defense for that or an answer for that. I just mentioned that because he was talking about evolution. Do a little palate cleanser here. Bro's doing Kabbalah symbols in the chat.
Never in all my years as a black man have I witnessed such negrosity in my life.
That's pretty funny, but you got to admit that, I mean, that was pretty impressive what that guy did. Hey, yo, Captain Burley. What's up, brother? Final boss, nigga. This is interesting. Speaking of lizard people and evolution, this was the Queen of England, former Queen of England, taking part in a ritual of some sort. Touch the orb. It's illuminating these lights that look exactly like a strand of DNA. And then it illuminates the tree of life. Definitely a lizard person, for sure. Um, trying to see if I can make this picture bigger here. How do I do this? Maybe if I just open it in Photoshop. Why is it not working? New file. All right, there we go. So, why do I say she's a Freemason? Well, because of all the occult rituals, or was a Freemason, excuse me. This is her and her nurse. And let's take a closer look at the nurse's belt. They have the Freemason compass and a pentagram. Let me see. See if there's any other close-ups of her, like, pin and stuff. Queens, nurses in Queens, the Royal Masonic Hospital. Interesting. Jewel of Kindness. An appeal fund to raise £250,000 was launched to build and equip the new Ravenscourt Park Hospital. A new jewel was designed. It represented humanity assisting the sick. Okay. There's that belt buckle. Interesting.
I'm going to get religious on all of us for a second. There's a song we sing on the Sabbath, and it's called Eishes Chayil, and there's a line in it that says, Sheker Hachein Vehavel Hayofi, which means that we glorify lies and we uglify beauty, which means, let's say, we
sounds about right.
Think that when someone abstains from promiscuity, that they're prude and that they're bad because they care about sexual health and they want to be celibate and they want to have meaningful sexual relationships. You get scoffed at for that. But somebody who goes and makes $50 million off of porn is going to be.
The Royal Masonic Hospital stopped existing in 1992, but its belt buckles are apparently still worn by elite nurses, such as the one who treated the Queen. Elite nurses, LOL. That's interesting. A lot of people don't even realize that women can be Masons. They aren't part of the same lodges, but there's like offshoots where it's all women.
Praised. So, in the same right, in our religious culture, they're going to take the ugliness and they're going to hide it. They won't necessarily beautify it, but they're going to hide it. And the beauty of the people who have the courage to speak up, those people are going to get punished. Those people are going to get cursed. Those people are going to be found dead. Those people are going to be found blackmailed. Because there's like a whole underworld going on in these super religious circles where they have their own police, they have their own, if there's even landlord abuse, there's organizations. They have like there's a whole underworld going on of loaning and getting people out of trouble and lawyers, and it's good, but it's also bad because
did see that in that what's his name? Tyler Oliveira, is that his name? When he went to the Hasidic town, they have all their own services.
They probably all. The Christians eventually.
We've watched this guy before, Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi.
The Christians evangelists here in America, which almost all of them are Republicans, they're probably all gonna vote for Trump, and they are very pro-Israel. They are the ones that, thanks to them, United States always been with Israel in the last few decades. If you take out Christianity out of the picture, what United States had to do with Israel? The only things they are helping us is because of religion reason. But what a lot of Jews do not know is that they're not doing it for us. They are doing it only for themselves. Make no mistake. They all believe that once we will go back to the Holy Land and J.C. Penney will show up to redeem the world, he will put us all to be burned in hell. That's what they believe, because we never accepted him, and we won't accept him. So why they want to help us to take over Israel, to win against the Arabs, make sure the Jews go? Why they pay all these organizations that sponsor Aliyah? A lot of the people who made Aliyah, it's Christian money. All the airfare, it's all come from them. There's some Reform rabbis who have connection with them. They get hundreds of millions of dollars donation from them. Rabbis from Manhattan, from Texas. Why they are so generous? Why are they donating money to Israel? What do they care about Israel? The answer is because they believe the Messiah would come. They just have the wrong identity of the Messiah. That's it. They believe that it's actually JC. They never watch my debate with a Christian professor. They would watch it quickly. They would dump all their Christian symbols, you know where, because it would be so obvious that it's all fake.
This caption says he's actually right. Evangelicals support Israel because it will bring Jesus back. In reality, it will bring the Antichrist, and they, along with the Jews, will welcome him with open arms and be deceived. That reminds me, a few days ago, the Orthodox Patriarch of Jerusalem released a statement about Christian Zionism. So I'll read it really quick because I think they're right. I believe the church in Jerusalem is Greek Orthodox, but I'm not positive about that. It's from January 17th. The patriarchs and heads of churches in the Holy Land affirm before the faithful and before the world that the flock of Christ in his land is entrusted to the apostolic churches, which have borne their sacred ministry across centuries with steadfast devotion. Recent activities undertaken by local individuals who advance damaging ideologies such as Christian Zionism mislead the public, sow confusion, and harm the unity of our flock. These undertakings have found favor among certain political actors in Israel and beyond who seek to push a political agenda which may harm the Christian presence in the Holy Land and the wider Middle East. Holy Scripture teaches us that we, though many, are one body in Christ and individually members one of another. Romans 12:5. To claim authority outside the communion of the church is to wound the unity of the faithful and burden the pastoral mission entrusted to the historic churches in the very land where our Lord lived, taught, suffered, and rose from the dead. The patriarchs and heads of churches further note with concern that these individuals have been welcomed at official levels, both locally and internationally. Such actions constitute interference in the internal life of the churches and disregard the pastoral responsibility vested in the patriarchs and heads of churches in Jerusalem. The patriarchs and heads of churches in Jerusalem reiterate that they alone represent the churches and their flock in matters pertaining to Christian religious, communal, and pastoral life in the Holy Land. May the Lord, who is the shepherd and guardian of souls, grant wisdom for the protection of his people and the safeguarding of his witness in the sacred land. So yeah, this I know I've said it a lot, but Christian Zionism is completely incompatible with true Christianity. And it's just retarded theology.
Or liturgical churches. Well, there was a letter that was put out by the more liturgical churches, the non-evangelicals, Catholic, Greek Orthodox, Russian Orthodox, a host. I think there's about 10 different denominations, and they said that they're the only
Orthodox is not a denomination.
ones who can speak for Christians in the Holy Land. I found that a little bit troubling because I'm not sure that anybody has the exclusivity to speak for all Christians in the world. And there was also a very, very targeted, kind of a pejorative hit at the term Christian Zionist. Bianca, I consider myself a Christian Zionist.
Hey, later, Cap. Thanks for stopping in, man.
All that means is that, yes, I'm a Christian. Everybody, I think, pretty well knows that. But to be a Zionist doesn't mean anything nefarious. It simply means that you believe that the Jewish people have a divine right, and frankly, a geopolitical right, to a homeland that they have lived in for almost 4,000 years. And to say you're a Zionist means, do the Jewish people have a right to live in this land? I think most people would look at this, if they're objective, and say, well, of course they do. They've had connection here. So to say a person is a Christian Zionist, it's a Christian who respects that Jewish people should be living in the Holy Land. That's all it means. To say that it's somehow some term that ought to be fearful, or as Tucker Carlson said, it's indicative of a brain virus. There are tens of millions of evangelicals just in the United States who would be called Christian Zionists. Martin Luther King Jr., whose birthday we celebrated this week, was a Christian Zionist. So it should not be something that is divisive to Christians.
There you go.
It ought to be a term that every Christian should embrace. Well, there.
Yeah, no thanks. Don't trust the original church. Trust Mike Huckabee with an Israeli flag behind him. When the Orthodox and Roman Catholic meet, they agreed to default to doing Orthodox prayers. Interesting. I haven't heard that. I do know that the Pope likes to pray with Muslims, though. So, I don't know.
Somali.
I haven't watched this yet, but apparently it's about Somalians. Is that Post Malone?
Somalians in Minnesota were at a major manufacturing food plant, and they were defecating in this plant. You heard that right. There's a whistleblower coming out right now and exposing what's going on. The FDA and ICE need to start raiding and doing random checks in all of these plants in Minnesota. We're talking companies like Land O'Lakes, General Mills.
Warning, whistleblower sounds the horn. Major food production plants in Minnesota brought in Somalians who defecated and urinated everywhere. This food is being distributed all over the United States and Canada. Here's a list of all the major food processing plants in Minnesota, which include General Mills, Land O'Lakes, Schwann's, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Kemp's Dairy, and Pilgrim's Pride. Hormel Foods, Quality Pork, JBS, blah, 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 blah.
General Mills, Coca-Cola, stuff that's going all over the United States. There's a whistleblower who came out. I'll show you a quick clip.
Starting with John Paul II in early 2000s. What? Praying with Muslims? Or with the Orthodox thing? I know there's some push to like end the schism, but and reunite the two. But I don't think it's really possible unless the Roman Catholics completely convert to Orthodoxy, because they just aren't really compatible. It's too many differences. Both, okay. Yeah, I mean, the Muslim thing got started in like the 50s with the Second Vatican Council, where they said that Muslims and Jews pray to the same God as they do, which is nonsense. So that's basically as retarded as Christian Zionism.
Go do some research, watch his full statement. This is terrifying, guys. This is a problem in America. If it's happening in Minnesota, where else do you think it could be happening?
Seeing that my former home state of Minnesota is currently in the news due to Trump and the Somalian issue. I worked at a major food production facility that supplies the United States and Canada with food. I watched as they brought Somalians in, and they began to urinate and defecate wherever they pleased within this food production facility plant. We had to put up signs explaining how to use the bathroom correctly, but yet it was never corrected. I seen as grown men wash their genitals within the sinks, made homemade bidets from the garbage in the break rooms, and then brought in a roach infestation to the plant. Once again, I will tell you this is a major food production facility and cannot shut down for anything.
That's wild. So not only is it all chemicals and processed crap food, now you're also getting Somalian dookie in it too. Wonderful. What's this?
555 Kvetch. He whines, he moans, he complains.
I don't want to.
Yes, call now and hear a flabby old Jewish pornographer bitch, bitch, bitch.
My life's gone to shit.
555 Kvetch.
Hey, vey.
He's old, he's tired, he's hungry, he can't get laid. They've run out of Haagen-Dazs.
Who the fuck ate my goddamn ice cream?
It just goes on and on.
No, I can't take it anymore.
555 Kvetch.
I don't want to pay retail.
It's always something.
Please call.
555 Kvetch. Call now. I'm surrounded by incompetence. Oh, God, you're failing me. Oh, no one listens. It's very hard. Oh, it's so hard.
We're getting low on slop here, guys. Sorry. $24.99 a minute. I don't know. I think I've had enough noticing for one day. Hmm. Let's see. What time is it? 6:30-ish. Probably gonna end it here. There's a stream that I want to catch starting pretty soon, I think. Actually, I don't even know if they're having a show today or not. Let me see. Starting my day off with high blood pressure. Sorry, man. I'm not trying to black pill, but you know, what can I say? Oi. That's all you can say, right? Yeah, I don't even know if they're doing a show, but I'm probably gonna end it here anyways. Just in case, because I want to watch it if they are. If you guys want to check it out too, I think it starts in like half an hour if they're doing it, but I'm not sure. Here's a link if you want to check it out. Ortho Thugs, they're hilarious. Even if you aren't Orthodox, it's absolutely hilarious. And some of you guys probably know one of the guys, Tony, hello listener. He's probably going to come on this stream at some point soon. Just to chat and have some fun. But yeah, check him out. Give him a sub. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Whoever donated, thank you. That's a big donation. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I love all of you. Have a great night. I'll probably do another stream this weekend. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. If not, probably Monday. But like usual, I'll at least try to post it a little bit ahead of time.